welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions. Just about set for football. Blake Grupe is ready to get us started. And we are underway on Sunday night prime time. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
It's complete to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Vele. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out with that first drive. How did you go here? And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Sanders. He'll get that complete to Vele. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
Throwing, Sanders. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Mexico City first down.
On the first down, Crawford. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Sanders. It's Williams on the catch. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Mexico City first down. 1st and 10.
Now Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
41-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Here's Sanders. It's caught left side by Cooks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
9 yards. That's another Mexico City first down.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Browns 28.
From the gun, it's Sanders. This is caught by Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
Sanders to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
That's good for a Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Crawford. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. That's complete to Cooks. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Mexico City first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Sanders going to throw again. Now he's going to, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
The point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Browns.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
It's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they have, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they're hoping for.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Counter play with Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Sanders, throwing to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. He's got Njoku over the middle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
A gain of 17. But it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 now.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll send Judy in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Jacobs is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw now, here's Sanders. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Sanders. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And that went to the right side and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he...
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
To throw is Sanders. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Sanders. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Sanders. And that one too wide and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert,
Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. And what do you hear over and over and over on Hail Marys, Charles? You've got to watch for the batted ball.
In all those years that I played, the proper teaching was go up and bat the ball down. Don't go up and try and catch it, because if you don't, you could actually be the one that deflects it in the air. I wonder if that's going to change a little bit. We're seeing so many deflections in big plays like this. I wonder if they're going to start telling, just go up and get the football, please.
But, man, talk about a deflating way to lose a football game. It doesn't get any more gut-wrenching than that. Group E able to add the PAT. And it's now 17-14.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs will approach this second half to come. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mexico City, first down.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Sanders once more. That's taken in left side by Vele. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
from the shotgun, Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
9 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Samuel Jr. on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw.
38-yard line.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Jacobs. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cleveland.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Sanders to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Sanders. Open man is tipped in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Complete to Mason Tipton. A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Slant pass complete to Olave.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Mexico City 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw again, here is Sanders. And this one taken in by Olave.
A gain of 4 yards. And a Mexico City 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. There again is Cooks, complete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, it's Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for Mexico City.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Olave over the middle. From the 43, here's a second down and 9.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard.
Back to throw. Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
3 quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So they bring out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the Browns getting set to go. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw now. Here's Sanders. That is caught by Vele. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here now a third down and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Sanders. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And of Mexico City, first down.
They'll run on first down. Crawford. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. There's a short one caught by Johnson. 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Good for Mexico City. First down. 1st and 10.
Now Sanders. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game.
that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
21 yards. That's another Mexico City first down. Sanders.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Tui Pelotu just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sanders now operating from the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, he bailed his team out with a stupid score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score.
I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down in the yard.
At the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. 3rd and 8.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Back at the 34-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. Right back to Njoku. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Crawford. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 5.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Completes to Njoku. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
It's a gain of 6.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
That is on 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. That's to the left sideline and incomplete. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw again. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 13 yards.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. They are the champions of Super Bowl 63. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.